What was about October that caused you to just rise to the moment, Reggie?
I had an ability to focus and really narrow it down to pitch by pitch, at bat by at bat, but really it went to pitch by pitch. I think that I used our scouting reports, which now would be called analytics, in order to narrow things down against different pitchers. And I had the fortune of taking pitches away from certain pitchers. If I played against Messersmith, who pitched for the Dodgers, and he had a great fastball, a great curveball, and a fantastic changeup, I hit his breaking ball out of the ballpark 2 or 3 times in facing him, and so I could take things away from certain pitchers. I'd hit a couple home runs, but I hit home runs off a lot of guys. And so I could take a slider away from this guy, and I could take a fastball away from that guy that he couldn't throw me in those situations. So when you evaluated and said, well, this guy throws a lot of fastballs, I'd say to myself, not to me, don't. He ain't gonna throw me no fastball.
That's all well and good. But when you're in the crucible of a World Series in New York City, right? Or
yes. Yeah.
That's how were you like? Where's the laser focus come there, or is it just like did you envision like I homer here? This is just going to be lit. Did that ever go through your mind?
I did go to home plate to hit home runs sometimes. I would be lying if I say if I told the little league kids you should never go to home plate and think hitting a homer, and because I remember Mickey Mantle said, hell, I tried to hit a home run every time I went to home plate, and I was only successful 536 times. But I did go to the plate in the World Series, and my 3rd time up to hit the ball out of the ballpark, and I hit it. And I've had other times in my career when I went to the ballpark, went to the home plate to hit the ball over the fence and did it.
I get emotional seeing you, talking to you, seeing my name on a microphone, because that home run you just referred to, the 3rd one against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
If I had to pinpoint the moment I fell in love with baseball, if I had to pinpoint the moment that I fell in love with the Yankees, that was it. Had to be it. Because I'm like, he's not going to hit this thing. There's just no way he's going to hit this thing for a 3rd home run in this World Series to win the World Series. And then you did, and it was longer than the ones you had already hit. And I'm getting goosebumps just even talking about it. I have an opportunity to tell you this in front of everybody here. That was it for me, Reggie. So thank you.
I appreciate it, and I thank you.
Because I will never forget that. Is that your biggest home run, do you think? I mean, I know you hit a light tower in an all-star game, but, I mean, is that your biggest out of all of them, do you think?
That's probably the most well-known. I don't know if it was the biggest home run. I hit a ball in September in '77, I think it was, against Reggie Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And it was around middle of the month of September, and we were a half game ahead of the Red Sox. And we had a 3-game series. And I've always tell people that when this postseason starts, or when the stretch starts, it starts around August the 20th, 15th to the 20th. Then all the games are 2, because the loss column is what matters. Go back to the game against the Red Sox, and we were a half game in, and I was hitting in the bottom of the 8th. And I hit a home run off Reggie Cleveland to make the score 3-2. We were losing 2-1. If we lose the game, we're a half game out. If we win, we're a game and a half in.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 in one game.
And that you think is bigger than the home run?
The loss column.
Got
it's the loss column that counts.
Sure. And
You'd have been even in the loss column.
Huh.
Now we're 2 in the loss column because we were 1 up.
And that's bigger than the one that you hit in the World Series, you think, just because of that?
It was the most meaningful.
How about that?
Most meaningful. It when you get to the loss column, once your team is 10 games out in the loss column, look for next year.
Because to me, that home run when you beat the Dodgers and you win that World Series, and it felt to me, maybe you could tell me I'm wrong, that it was like, yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. That's why Steinbrenner brought me here. That's why I said I'm a straw. That's why I said this is a drink that I'm stirring. And that's why I am here, not in Oakland anymore. I'm on the biggest stage, and I just did that. And so to hell with y'all. Like, is that a...
I would say you're right there. I'm not going to die. I even said the hell with... Didn't say the hell with y'all, but yeah. You're right with all the words. Mm-hmm. But for me, the most meaningful was the one that helped us win better. Oh. That was like just... So I was like, rub this. I'm gonna rub this in your. The last home run was like, I can either rub it in your face or I can run around the bases. I could do that kind of thing. But the most meaningful homer for my image was the third home run. Mm-hmm. But the most meaningful home run probably in my career was the 2-game move against the Red Sox in '77.
And the best hit you ever had, though, was on the fan as you're coming off the field, right? Reggie? That was the best contact of your career? Was you hitting the fans coming off the field when they were coming?
Yes.
Was that some of your football background coming in?
Yes. Joe Montana signed a autograph of football for me.
Yeah.
And he said, Reggie, you should have played our game. Joe.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.